The cutscene scenario, so yeah, it's gonna be only reading. Short recap, we made it through the sewer of South Bay, so now we're emerging inside of South Bay, and this scenario is basically capturing the interaction between Haldrick, Jisan, and the king in South Bay, and how they're being welcomed, and it kinda sets up the next scenario. Just give me a moment so I can open the Twitch chat just in case someone comes to watch and has a question, so I don't just ignore any questions asked. Now I'm just gonna start because yeah, at the end of the day it's just a cutscene scenario, so it won't be that long. South Bay in winter. Prince Haldrick has emerged from the sewers of South Bay in the very heart of the city. After some commotion, he gains an audience with the king of South Bay. So, Prince, you bring refugees, but do you bring swords as well? I bear both, and all are loyal to the king of South Bay. I knew you as a boy, and your people have preceded you. Your father was an honorable man, and so are you. Aren't you the king now? A king with no land and no crown is no king, my lord. It is so. These are dark days to live through, my young prince. You've done your father proud, far better than my legacy, a dead adventurer and a missing fool. It is fitting that my line should end with my kingdom. You should not say such things. Huh! It matters little now. What's this? You bring a Westfolk waif with you. Put her out with the others. You've put my people out in the snow? Prepare to meet your fate, you... She and her people have been of great service to me. Open the gates, let them in. What? On your word alone, boy? And what of the other Westfolk that have drifted to our gate? Let them all in, for the sake of humanity on this isle. And of course I can sweeten a deal. I can save the lives of all the people left on this isle. I will reveal all, if you swear on the soul of your eldest son, that you will let all of the Westfolk who may come into the city, and allow them to participate in what must happen next. Huh, very well. I so swear. Speak. First, I can translate the book that will allow Haldrick to use the Ruby of Fire. The artifact should help us with what must come. Second, I know the way to the mysterious lands of the East. Rick Riordan, I was your son's navigator and companion. Believe me, you must go east. What? She's just full of surprises. I was the navigator. Haldrick, your people simply washed up here long ago. But my people came here on purpose. You'd all still be herding sheep and living in grass huts if it wasn't for my people. Some favor your people did for us. Why flee at all? And why east? We've already repelled one orcish assault. We should be working towards taking back the isle. This is no time for bravado. You must head east because my people come from the west, which is teeming with every form of enemy and monster imaginable. There's literally no room there. If you thought we were bad, you should see what else comes behind us. You'd be slaves, or you'd be dead. Learn the lesson of my people. If we had fled here while even one of our great cities still stood, we could have taken this isle with ease. But we fought on until the bitter end. There can be no compromise with the orcs, their numbers are limitless, and you have no way to stop more orcs from coming. Huh, there is wisdom in your words, and my end should be in this place. We can hold out for the rest of the winter here. When the orcs last came it was autumn and the harvest was in. We can hunt a great school of fish that live under the ice. You might even be able to depart in well-provisioned ships. Don't you intend to come with us? No. Flee, and flee east. It is my duty to hold the city as long as I can for the sake of all who can be evacuated. That means that it shall fall on Haldrick and you to lead the evacuation. King, there will be a new kingdom in the east, and the bulk of the fleet will be the flag of South Bay. A new throne and new lands await you in the east. My bloodline has ended with my sons, and I am old. Let the ships take the women, children, and young men first. A new kingdom must be born of vital blood. We old men and are still of some value. We will make the orcs pay dearly when they come to take this place. If there is no other way, may the bards forever sing of the well of the kings of South Bay. Just then, about that book, I'll begin my translation. And, oh, and you should seal the sewer entrance. And that's the scenario. After this there comes a final string. And yeah, I would like to point out, first of all, high sprouting potatoes, or radar sprouting potato, because that's the name you usually take. So what I wanted to point out, the first scenario in this on this map on the Green Isle was called just give me a moment, was called A Summer of Storms. The second scenario was called The Fall and played in autumn. Now the previous scenario, this cutscene scenario, was called Winter in South Bay, and now we're going a full circle back to a final spring. So this whole adventure, this whole travel, I don't know. Anyway, everything that happened so far is contained within 1 year, and we have got 4 scenarios, each bearing the name of one season. The first 2 scenarios on this isle, in this campaign even, and the last 2 scenarios on this isle. Not in the campaign, but in this part of the campaign, if basically. So yeah, I think that's a really nice touch, and just give me a moment so I can look up if there's actually the names. So we're gonna skip this because that's something for the next scenario. That's not what we're looking for. So only for, like, see, a summer of storms, the fall as in autumn, a South Bay in winter, and a final spring. And as I said, I really think this is a very nice touch. Like, personally, I love it. Basically, most of the action on the Green Isle played between, like, within autumn and until the start of winter. Like when this first snow fell, basically. And the snow settled in. The time span between summer and fall and winter and spring are not that relevant, at least are not as hectic as the events between fall and winter. Anyway, for now, that was the scenario, the South Bay in winter, and I'm gonna do a couple of things on my side, and I might stream Final Spring today even. No guarantees though. For now, I just wanna say thanks for watching, especially Sprouting Potato, and see you next time.